Hey y'all, it's your Sassy Southern Grandma here. My name is Cindy. Thanks for joining us today. Today I'm going to talk to grandmas and moms. This is especially for grandmothers who have daughters who are having children, maybe daughter-in-laws that have either are going to have a new baby or are newborn moms. I know, I have 5 children. I know from experience that our children aren't as likely to listen to us as they are to somebody else. It's kind of a maturity thing, and it's kind of I was the same way. When I was in my teens and 20s, I thought I knew everything and that my mother didn't know anything, and so I just listened politely, as you do in the South, and went on and did my own thing. So, but I would listen to other people. To the grandmas out there, it is so exciting when you're having that first grandbaby, or the second or the third. They're all exciting, and we want to help so badly, and sometimes we want to help so badly that we overhelp, or we intrude when we shouldn't, or we give over unsolicited advice, and our daughters or daughters-in-law are kind of feel like they're pushing us away because we're too much. So it's natural to want to pass on your wisdom to someone younger than you, to pass on wisdom to your own child who is about to have their own child. But today I want to talk to those new moms or moms to be, and if you want, you can share this video with them. Maybe they'll listen to another grandma instead of their own mom. If you have any thoughts or comments that you'd like to put in the comment section, please do. If you have any questions, please do. Situations that you're dealing with a new mom in your family, let me know. I'll be glad to answer. Now, to you new moms or moms to be, when you're getting ready to have a baby, it is overwhelming. It is very overwhelming. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is because I've had some interactions with some new moms and some moms of littles that are stressed out. They have listened to everything. It's so much. It was bad when I was having children. People giving you advice you didn't ask for. People saying you need to get this, you need to do that. This is the way you do this. This is the way you do that. This is how you feed them. This is how you get them to sleep. This is how you dress them. I mean, the advice is overwhelming. And now with social media, it's almost unbelievable the things that people think is their business to give you advice about. So today I kind of want to pare all that down and talk to you personally about what is really necessary and what is not necessary. First of all, when it comes to things, there is so many gadgets out there. I thought there were a lot when I was having children. It's been 30 years and there's so much more out there. There are so many things. You could fill your nursery from floor to ceiling with the gadgets and gizmos that you have to have for your baby. You don't have to have everything. There are some basic things that you need, but all of these things, I keep seeing young moms on social media saying, I never used this such and such, a bottle warmer, a baby wipes warmer, a snuggly something carrier, something that somebody told them they absolutely had to have. And maybe it worked with their baby, but with your baby, it just wasn't something you needed or something that you could use. So they're trying to sell those things off because they spent all this money on things they really didn't need. And it's important to just kind of lay back a minute, think about your own situation, your own body, your own child, and think, do I really need every little thing that comes out? You do need a car seat. First of all, it's the law. You have to have your child in a car seat. You need clothes, but you don't need 200 things in a newborn size. You need a few things in a newborn size because you won't believe how fast they grow out of those things. Newborn diapers. You don't need 16 cases of newborn diapers. Just buy them as you need them. There are so many things out there that are unnecessary. There are strollers and walkers and I mean everything. It feels like when you're a new mom or a mom to be that you want to get everything for your baby, make sure your baby has everything they need. And that's natural. That's a mothering instinct. but you don't need all those things. Just stop, take a beat, sit back. If the baby is born and you find that you need those things, by all means, go get them. But the idea of having a registry with everything that's on Amazon on it, or everything that's on Babies R Us, or wherever people are getting baby things, those things most of the time are not necessary. If people ask you what they can get you, send them to your registry. But on your registry, have things that you absolutely need. Very basic things to start with. Have some clothes that are in graduated sizes, because newborns do not stay newborns very long. They are in the 1 to 3, 3 to 6 months before you can blink your eyes. They look like newborn things will swallow them up when they're first born. In just a few weeks, you won't be able to get their little feet in there. So try to think a little more logically and not so consumeristic about everything. If you find that you need a bottle warmer, by all means get one. If you feel that you need any other kind of thing, get those things once the baby's here and you see a need for it. Everything that everybody says you have to have is not necessarily what you need. Now, what is it that your baby does need? Your baby basically needs you. That's it. Your baby needs you. They will demand you. They will demand your full attention. There's no doubt about it. It's important for us to understand that they are totally helpless. They are totally dependent on us. And in some ways, we need them as well. We need that bonding time at the beginning. So there was a saying when I was having children, women can have it all. That was the big thing, was women can have it all. You can go to work, you can have a child, you can have this, you can do that, you can travel, you can do... Yes, you can have it all, but you usually can't have it all at the same time. Now, you may be a mother who works outside the home. You may be a stay-at-home working mother, because my philosophy is there's no such thing as a non-working mother. All mothers are working mothers. Even if you stay at home and your husband brings in the paycheck and you are a full-time stay-at-home mom, you work. You probably honestly work more than he does. So keep those things in mind when your baby is little. When you have that maternity leave, take it. There are so many people that are so anxious to get back to work. For some people, it's fear. They're afraid for their job. They're afraid they'll be replaced. Legally, they can't do that. But your most important thing is spend as much time with your newborn as you can. You're going to miss those times. Everybody's going to tell you that, but you will. And if all you're doing, and I say all you're doing, it's the most important thing you can do, is rock your baby, hold your baby, bond with your baby, get to know your baby. That's all you got to do. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And there are people who will be volunteering help. Take the help. Don't say, oh, we're fine, oh, I'm fine, and put on the Instagram mom face and say, oh, I'm doing great, everything's great. And behind the scenes, you're bawling because you're exhausted. You're hungry, you're thirsty, just like the baby. The baby's exhausted, hungry, and thirsty. Both of you are in it together. So be sure and take any help that's offered. Meals, any kind of housework, any kind of anything that anybody offers, say that would be great. This would be a great time for you to come by and do that, or this would be a great time. If there's somebody from your work that you're very close to, or you have a close friend or a cousin or somebody who is somebody you really trust and is close to you, ask them if they can come over for the afternoon and hold the baby while you go take a nap. Yes, sleep when the baby sleeps, but some babies don't sleep a whole lot. They sleep for short spurts because then they get hungry. They have to get up. It is a constant thing, and I can't possibly cover everything in a 15-minute video, but take the help that's offered. Your spouse, your husband, your partner, whoever the other parent of that baby is, if you have a second parent, there's a reason why. There are single moms out there. That's a whole special breed of person, and my heart goes out to you. Take all the help you can get. Those of you who have another parent in the picture, there's a reason why they have another parent. They have another parent because one person can't do it all. And I promise you, your baby's father will not do things the same way you do them. You might not even think he does them right. Let him do it anyway. Let and encourage your baby's father or your partner to take care of the baby as much as you do, as much as possible. When they're home from work, hand the baby to them and say, here, he missed you all day. She wants to see your daddy. Hand the baby over. You go and do something that you need to get done. You sit down and have a cup of coffee or tea. Let other people help. A lot of us, and it's a mothering instinct, we just want to be the one because we think we're the only ones who can do it right. We can do it best because we're the best mom for the baby, but everybody else can help out, and it's okay. It's okay if daddy puts the diaper on backwards. It's okay if he doesn't do every single thing or fold the clothes or whatever the exact same way you would. It's not going to hurt the baby. The diaper on backwards is not going to scar your baby for life. So allow your husband or partner to take care of the baby as well. Give yourself a little break. If you are in the pre-birth stage, if you're an expectant mother or you're trying to get pregnant, have some serious conversations with your spouse or partner. Talk to them about expectations and needs and things that you anticipate you're going to need from them after the baby's born. A lot of times, dads feel left out. They feel like, well, okay, everything's around mama and the baby now. I'm just over here going to work. It doesn't need to be that way. Bring them into all the things that you're going through and all the things that you anticipate that you're going to need from them once the baby gets there. Everything should not fall on the mother. So set some expectations of what you would like for your partner to do once the baby gets here. And you may have to adjust those once it happens because you really don't know what to expect once your baby's here. So kind of leave that open-ended, but have some conversations ahead of time so that you're not just left stranded out there and they go to work, come home, put their feet up, watch TV, and go to sleep. You need that other person. Just a little note about parenting books. There are a gazillion of them. There are so many parenting books out there that tell you do sleep this way, do food this way, do this that way. Everybody's an expert. Actually, nobody's an expert. The only expert on your baby is you. So I like to say treat parenting books like the grocery store. When you go in the grocery store, you don't go in and take one of every single thing in the whole grocery store because you don't need everything in the whole grocery store. You go in with a list of the things you need, you take those things and you leave. You don't try to swallow everything at one time. When you read a parenting book, there's going to be a chapter, maybe a paragraph that jumps out at you and you say, I like that idea. That's a good idea. I'd like to try that with my child, my baby, my toddler. But the next chapter might be something that you go, that is not going to work with my kid. Every child is different. Something that might work with baby number 1 might not work with baby number 2. That's the joy of parenting, is you get to learn all over again with each child. So when you read parenting books, kind of read it with kind of a sifter in your mind of what do I actually need. Something you need now, you might not need later. Something that's in there that you look at that you don't connect with at the time. You might read that book again in a year and a half and go, oh, that might work now. So don't try to do every single thing in any pre-prescribed order. Take the things you need, toss the things you don't at the time. Be very careful who you're listening to as far as parenting advice. Be careful who you're reading, because some authors do have a kind of a preset agenda of my way or the highway. This is the only way to parent. There is no only way. It's different for every child. It's different for every mother. So take all that with a grain of salt. Having a baby is hard. It's great. It's wonderful. It's joyful. It's exhausting. It's life-changing. That pretty much sums it up. Life-changing. And your experience is not going to be the same as anybody else's. I want to encourage you to not forget yourself. It's kind of a shock, especially with your first baby, that before the baby's born, everybody's talking to you. Everybody's asking you questions. When are you due? How are you feeling? Do you think it's a boy? Do you think it's a girl? Do you think, how much longer do you think it's going to be? Do you feel like you're going to have the baby early? Do you feel like it's going to be late? It's all the questions and excitement about you. And as soon as the baby's born, all of that focus goes to that little one. Everybody comes straight in the door, straight to the baby. I try to be very careful when I'm around a new mom to say, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you getting any sleep? Because it's just a natural thing where we gravitate towards that new life, that new baby. They're so cute and squishy, and you want to get your little hands on them. And sometimes the moms are left in the lurch. So take some time for yourself. And I know that sounds impossible, but it's not. You have a mother, most likely. You have aunts. You have cousins. You have friends. You have chosen family. Even if you're far away from your biological family or you're not close with your biological family, you might have somebody close by, people close by, most likely, that are your chosen family. Lean on those people. Ask your friend, can you come over Saturday afternoon and just hold the baby for a little while I just sit out on the back porch and have a cup of tea? Maybe your thing is reading. Maybe your thing is walking out in nature. Maybe your thing is meeting another friend for coffee and just sitting and talking with another adult. When you're just home with the baby, you crave adult conversation. So think about those things, especially ahead of time. And we all think we're going to be fine. We don't need no, you do. You need to have a little, even if it's a little afternoon, even if it's one evening, tell your husband, Nancy and I are going to meet down at Starbucks, and you're on baby duty. I'm going to be there from this time to this time. And I wouldn't ask. That's just my personality. I wouldn't ask. I would tell. I would say at the beginning of the week, let him have a chance to plan. Say on Thursday night, Nancy and I are going out for coffee. I just need a little bit of me time, and that's going to be you and the baby. Y'all have a great time together, and you get to see how fun it is to put him to sleep. So take that time for yourself. Even if it's 10 minutes while the baby's sleeping, even if it's 30 minutes, it doesn't matter. Take that time. Read something that you love. Watch a funny television show that you love. Whatever it is that fills you up, whatever it is that makes you remember I'm a person too, whatever it is that makes you remember I'm not only a mom, I'm still a person. That part of life is really difficult to balance. Enjoy your maternity leave if you're working outside the home. Enjoy as much time as you can with your children when you are home, but also keep that time for yourself. Keep a little, it's not selfish. Because the more you pour into yourself, the more you have to give to your baby. The more you're happy, the happier your baby is. It's science, it's art, it's normal. It's normal to be exhausted, and it's normal to crave that time to just be yourself for a minute. Take a shower by yourself without the baby sitting there screaming in a carrier. Just reach out, ask for help, accept the help that's coming at you. And above all, don't compare yourself to people on social media. Nobody has it together, I promise you. I don't care who she is. I don't care how spotless her house looks on camera. I don't care how sweet her baby looks and doesn't cry on camera. I don't care what thing they are portraying to you. It's not the whole truth. Everybody goes through the same things. So do not compare yourself to other people on social media. They're not going to show you the hard times. They're only going to show you the cute, sweet times. I hope some of this has been helpful for you. Thank the person that shared it with you. And grandmas, if you're still listening, if you have anything to add, please add that down in the comments. Young moms, new moms, moms-to-be, if you have any questions, by all means ask. We as moms and grandmas went through all this. We've all made horrible mistakes. We've all made big mistakes and numerous mistakes. So learn from our mistakes. Ask us for some help. Ask us for advice. And we'll give it to you. You take it or you don't take it. But we're here for you. We know what it's like. We remember what it's like. If you feel very overwhelmed right now, like a lot of us do, with social media, the news, the world, everything that we hear every single day, you might want to check out this video.
I'll come back now. Yeah.